there's always going to be someone cheaper, always. So we just do not allow that to change our business model. We focus on having great quality employees. We have found that if we provide excellent service, a client may leave for the shiny object, but they do come back.
Welcome to Jobbers Masters of Home Service, a podcast for home service pros by home service pros. We're in Las Vegas. Today we're talking about how to beat new competitors taking over the market. I'm your host, Adam Sylvester. Today's guests are Cassie Allen. She's the COO of Wheatley Creek Services, and Crystal Ham, the founder of Go To Girls. Welcome to the studio, both of you.
Thank you. Thanks for
Happy to
having
be here.
me.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Cassie, tell us about who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. My name's Cassie. I'm the COO of Wheatley Creek Services. Before I started working with my husband at his company, I was in the digital marketing world, and I had 20 years experience in SEO, digital marketing, social media, and email marketing.
Hi, I'm Crystal Ham. I'm the owner and founder of Go To Girls. We are a residential cleaning service in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. Prior to starting my business, I was in banking, worked with my husband, who's also a small business owner in manufacturing. And Go To Girls has been in business in January, will be 9 years.
Crystal, what is the biggest challenge when you're the biggest guy in town and then all these little ankle biter new competitors are coming into the market trying to steal your clients? What's the biggest challenge there that you faced?
I think for us, we just focus on being the best that we can be. There will always be competitors. So we do not focus on someone who may be more expensive than us or lower priced with us. We focus on attracting, retaining amazing employees, focus on marketing, really just providing the best service to our current customers that we have. There's always going to be competition, and we just focus on being our best.
Yeah. Cassie, what's the biggest challenge for you when new competitors come into your market?
I feel like when somebody starts getting closer to like your level, right? Like you've been in business for 5+ years and somebody comes in and they've been there for 5 months and they're starting to make waves. You hear them in your social networks, your social circles, right? For other businesses, they're talking about them. So I feel like it's an initial panic. Like what do I do? They're gonna take my clients. But I really feel like you have to take a step back. And what Crystal said, rely on what got you to where you are today. Look at your mission statement, your values, and rely on those as your strength to keep moving forward. I feel like if you do that knee-jerk reaction and start changing things just based on a competitor alone, that you lose what got you to where you are today.
Yeah. What are some advantages that we have over a new competitor? What are some of those advantages that a bigger company has over a smaller company?
Well, for us, it's our branding. It's the 5-star reviews. It's really just the confidence that you know what you're doing at this point. If it's 2 years or 10 years, at this point, hopefully you have your systems and processes in place. You're confident in that. For me, that's very important. And then just relying on that brand, making sure that you're getting that out there in the social media, whether it be Facebook or Google, things like that is very, very important.
Yeah, I agree. And in addition to like the systems, your SOPs, and you have systems in place that a new competitor likely doesn't have, and that's going to keep you going forward. Where usually when a new competitor is coming in, they're probably looking at your website, they're probably looking at what you're doing, they're looking and stalking your team, and they're taking those ideas to help build their company, which is flattering, right? But you definitely have to rely on the systems that you've already put into place.
I think that it's also a good way to take a step back and say, you know what? Maybe we do need to get a little better
Yes.
in some things. You know where I'm going with this. I think it's a good way to like wake up and say, hey, maybe we've been sitting around a little bit too, haven't innovated anything lately. Have you guys ever experienced that dynamic before?
So what we do once a year is we do shop our competition overall, just from the quality, from the services that they do offer, and then also the pricing. I think it's important to know their pricing. For example, I don't want to be the lowest, so it might be an opportunity for us to increase our prices.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we do as a cleaning service that is really sort of a niche for us is we offer laundry. So I noticed when we came to the market, some of our competitors started offering laundry service. So I do think it's important. I would say when you are comparing yourself to the competition, make sure that it's something that you're confident in providing. Just because another service offers that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the best fit for you. For example, in my cleaning service, the reason that laundry works well for us is we provide our clients with the same cleaner for recurring service. where a lot of the other companies may not have that model. So that would just be an example. Providing laundry service for them may not work. We have
Mm.
the same cleaner each time, that works for us. So I think when you are looking at the services that other companies provide, just ensure that it's a best fit for your company as well.
I agree. So I come with the digital marketing background, and previously in agency life, we did competitive analysis for clients. And these analyses take a while, but you're looking at everything from their website, what you can research about them, about the size of their team, maybe even the revenue, all the way down to their social media channels. So I feel like yes, you do want to go and check out your competition at least once a year, if not twice a year, so that you can stay fresh on what it is you're doing. If there you can get a lot of really good ideas, and right when you're thinking of your goals for next year, it's a great time to go and look at what your competitors are doing to see if there's things that you can pull in that might be able to help your business get ahead as well.
Yeah.
One of the things, if I may add to that, one of the things I look for most in my competition is really marketing ideas. So, for example, maybe it's around fall and they're doing something, around fall in love with your home again or something like
Mm.
that. Sometimes when you've been in business for a while, you run out of fresh ideas. And so I do use them for ideas for marketing just to stay, you know, more competitive or have an edge there with marketing as well.
I think that there's definitely a shiny object syndrome in place in the marketplace where if there's somebody new and if you see their van around town some, it feels like you see them around everywhere. Even though that might not be true, it can feel that way. And your clients might mention them once or twice and you're like, they're taking all of our. And I think it's important to step back and just realize, hey, we have tons of clients. We still have tons of revenue coming in. We're good. But we do need to take a step back and make sure that we are innovating with the times and all that. What are some other things that you can do to stand out so that you can rise above the shiny new competitors out there? What are some other things that you can do to really set yourself apart from those?
I feel like you don't need to worry about outshining. Shine fades, right? You need to
Mm.
stick to your values and your roots and what got you to where you are. I've mentioned several times about editorial calendars, and I would probably stick with that. Like your year should already be mapped out, and that's what you're sticking to. So you don't necessarily have to switch gears to go after something that's shiny right now, because that'll fade. You have that editorial calendar to rely on, and you can keep your marketing consistent and keep sharing your story and keep building your brand.
I think for me, the most important thing is trying to stay front of mind with marketing and just really keeping that fresh, making sure that you are posting enough on social media or you have a company that is posting enough, trying new things like for my industry in cleaning, really Facebook and Instagram are the two areas where we get the majority of our clients. But there's a lot of sort of interest in Twitter at this point or X with making the videos and appealing to a different audience. But I would agree as far as sticking to what's the most important, your quality, your company, and this may not be the standard, but for me, even though someone is my competition, I try to help anyone that's in the industry. The way that I see it is just because there's another cleaning service where I live, I reach out to them and see if we can help support them or perhaps their schedule is full. I want them to feel comfortable to reach out to me when their calendar is full that we can take on. So even though they're technically competition, I just believe there's enough work out there and if you're doing it right and you're friendly with those in your industry, it can really work out well for you.
I
Yeah.
agree, and we were actually talking about this before we came in that I had a competitor reach out, and they're much smaller than we are, but they reached out and asked if you had one piece of business advice to give. What would that advice be? And we were having a conversation, and I'm like, I really like that. I can look at this as a relationship instead of a competition,
Yes.
right? We're both going to grow our businesses together, and even though they may be smaller, like hopefully you're where we are in that time frame, and we're going to work together, and we'll support our community.
Usually with new competitors comes lower prices. And some people would say price slashing, oh, their prices are so low. How do you go about that? Posturing yourself with your team and your clients to to respond to these competitors who just have such lower prices than we do. What do you guys do about that?
We try to educate our clients, just ensuring that they have done their homework. Is that particular client, are they fully insured? Are they fully bonded? What is their process for vetting their employees? Are they paying their employees more than a living wage? That's really important for us. There's always going to be someone cheaper, always. So we just do not allow that to change our business model. We focus on having great quality employees. We have found that if we provide excellent service, a client may leave for the shiny object, but they do come back
Mm-hmm.
because it's hard to, they may get a cleaning $20 cheaper, but if the quality is not there or the employee doesn't make them feel comfortable in their home, then what's the price difference?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. I think you have to not slash prices, but offer your value.
Yes.
How are you providing more value than any of your competitors? I had a client that potential client sales lead talked to her last week, and we are a lot more than her current cleaner, but she had already told me that what she doesn't like about her current cleaner is that she's an individual solo cleaner and she can't stick to the schedule.
Mm.
So sometimes she comes, sometimes she doesn't. And so that's when I step in and I start sharing my value. Yes, we may be more, but you already told me one of your pain points is timing and scheduling. We use a system, Jobber, where we're able to schedule our entire team, and you're going to get an email the day before that says that we're coming. And you can log in at any time and you can see your upcoming schedule. Then the day of, my cleaner is going to say, I'm on my way, and you're going to get a text and they're there. They'll be there in 15 minutes. That is communication and that's scheduling, and that's the value that you're getting out of working with our team.
Yeah. And Cassie, a lot of these clients, they don't know what they're talking about. They just kind of throw these numbers out, just kind of see how you react sometimes too. They might not even be serious about it, but a lot of times they'll say, hey, well, so-and-so is a lot cheaper. Well, what matters most to you?
Yes.
Well, I want you to be on time. Okay, great. How are they going to make that happen? And you can start to go down these things that really matter to the client. And so eventually you say, well, we're going to do that. They're not. It might not be that black and white, but it's really important, like at all sales meetings, to find out what really matters to the client. And then if you can deliver on that, then make sure they know that.
Absolutely.
And or in a case where they might be shopping around after using you for years, and you say, "What? We've been delivering on the thing that you say is the most important thing to you for years." And now you're going to switch. Like, you don't know what's out there. You don't know what's going to happen. But you know we're going to be delivering on it. And I just think I like your approach of going back to the value of the client. What matters to them
Yeah.
is what ultimately should matter to us.
Well, I think also the first impression. So the professionalism, going back to with Jobber, we send our quotes. Everything is extremely professional. It's very detailed. There's photos within that.
Mm.
So you compare our quote to our competition,
Mm-hmm.
we blow them out of the water with what we're able to do through Jobber as well, which is very nice.
Yeah.
I agree. I had a client the other day that called me on the phone because they knew me. It's like a local referral, right? And said, hey, we want a deep clean. We're going on vacation. And if you can come and do it on Monday, that'd be great. And I said, okay. And I already know where they live. So I said, just give me your email address and we'll get it started. And he's like, that's it? And I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Everything's going to be electronic. You're going to get it in your email and we'll rock and roll. And so like the ease of that
Yes.
really helps with converting.
And the professionalism.
Yeah.
We have their data, it's stored, it makes everything easy, it makes the relationship easy.
Yeah.
It's a very good first impression.
Totally. Your Jobber makes you look so professional.
Yes.
For sure. This is a great conversation. I do want to pause for a minute to talk about Jobber and what we love about Jobber so much. Something you said earlier, Crystal, was that Jobber allows you to make such a great first impression with your clients. Let's talk about that some more.
So I have been a Jobber user for 8 years. I absolutely love Jobber, highly recommend it to any of the cleaning business owners that I speak with. For us, it just sets the tone for an excellent professional first impression, from being able to customize what your quote looks like to adding images. The follow-up, once a client approves a quote, we get notified, we can respond immediately. Once we set up the appointments, our clients automatically get text reminders, email reminders. It just makes it seamless. It reduces so much time. Prior to me using Jobber, I had to manually do all of that. Not only is it professional, but it makes you more efficient. It's part of your system, part of your process. Clients know to depend on it. One of the things our clients love is they can log into their own client portal. They can see all of their upcoming appointments through Jobber. They can also, if they want to send in a change request, things like that. My office staff love Jobber because we can track where our employees are in the field. Safety for us is huge. At this point, we have all female employees. We're able to see where they are. We're able to make sure that they're safe. It makes time tracking unbelievable. The time card, stamping in, being able to see where they are with on the GPS to where they're located. I could go on and on about all the amazing features. Could not imagine running my business without Jobber. I love it.
Yeah. Cassie?
I mean, she covered a lot of it. I don't know how much more I could add. I definitely love the GPS factor. That has saved us so many times. I mean, countless times. But yeah, I really like how Jobber shows up and is like the second customer service for us, right? We have people in place to help us with customer service, but when Jobber is doing a lot of that communication for us, it definitely keeps us on top of our game and a big source of getting us to where we are today.
Yeah.
The other thing it allows us to do is it allows our office team and our ladies in the field to be on the same page, because both can put notes within Jobber and we can all see each other's notes, as well as taking pictures, attaching all of that. It's amazing.
I love when clients say, I thought you guys were a franchise. I think that's a
Yes.
compliment
I've heard
because
that plenty
Jobber
of
so presents us so professionally. I love that. So
Yeah.
you can make a great first impression too with your clients if you use Jobber. So new users get an exclusive discount at jobber.com/podcast deal. So go get Jobber and start making a great first impression today. When there's new competitors in town, a lot of times what you want to happen is your client to say, I don't care who else is out there. I use these people because they're the best. They treat me well. And there's a loyalty there. How do you create that loyalty so that you don't even have to worry about new competitors because your clients won't even pay attention to them? That's the peak, right? How do you create that brand loyalty?
I would say relationships and personalization. You're building relationships with your clients. It's a working relationship, but I was walking with a new potential client. She has a ranch and it's 4 houses. So yes, I want to close this deal, right? This is a very big opportunity. But as we're walking, we're talking and we're building a relationship. And I said, I know that if hopefully we're going to be working together for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, and we would hopefully get along and we want to work together. So I would rather come out, meet you, walk your properties, learn about the places that are more important to clean than others. And there's no touch zones, right? Like, don't touch the art. I need to learn that and know more about your home. That's building relationships. Personalization side of things is as simple as writing a handwritten note and sending it to them and saying thank you. Or you haven't heard from them in a year and you call and you say, hey, I just haven't heard from you in a while. Not that you're not cleaning. Like, we have many clients that we don't talk to for a while, but we should connect with them, right? We've been cleaning your house for 7 months now. I just wanted to check in and make sure that everything's good. And here's my phone number if you want to chat.
For us, it's all about the relationship. The way we structure our business is we provide the same cleaner for recurring service. So it's that same person. We have a system and a process through customer service where we follow up after every first time clean. We follow up after a certain number of recurring cleans. And then we use automation, which is very, very important, where we check in and provide surveys, let our clients know that we welcome their feedback. And for us, it's little things. We send them Happy Valentine's Day, Happy St. Patrick's Day. We send our current recurring clients, we've been cleaning for you for a while. Perhaps it's time to upgrade and do a deep clean, and we send them a coupon. We really just try to keep it warm and fuzzy and let them know that they are important to us a year later, 2 years later, as they were when we first originally started cleaning for them. So for us, it's about those touch points as well that just let them know that they are important to us. We also, again, we utilize Jobber to where if for some reason there is an opportunity, there's a break in service for some reason. I think sometimes the impression that a client can have from you is when something goes wrong, not necessarily when things are always going right. We use the system to do follow-ups and say, last time there was a break with this particular area, and now we're following up. How was it this particular service?
That's
So
great.
I think sometimes just showing that you care and following up when there is a break, that can lead to loyalty as well.
Yeah. When I go to my local coffee shop, they stamp my card, and after 10 coffees, I get a free one.
Yes.
Do you think that helps? That kind of system helps with retaining clients in terms of incentivizing them through a transactional kind of way? Like, you've been here for a year, you get a free click. Do you guys do anything like that?
Yes and no. So we have a referral program, and then you get like you get a discount off of your clean if somebody's referred. And like, if you refer one client, it's $25 off. Two clients, it's $50 off, and so on, right? So we definitely have a referral program. We don't currently have a loyalty program outside of a gifting program, and I'll explain that. But I do like the idea of a loyalty program, and I would love to invest in something like that. We just haven't yet. However, on a larger scale, so we have clients that have been with us for 3+ years, and we regularly do their cleans. We're also doing their home maintenance. We're taking care of their entire ranch. For those clients, we actually just started where we get Cutco knives, which are really nice kitchen knives, and we engrave their last name on it or the property name. So if it's a ranch, we put the ranch name on it.
Hmm.
And then we recently started gifting those to a few of our clients with a handwritten thank you note. I feel like that's a large scale, right? Because there's a lot more money invested in that, but it's a really big way to say thank you. And like, even though my logo isn't on that knife, their name is on it, and every time they use that knife, they're definitely thinking of us. So I thought it was a really great idea to be able to gift a client in that meaningful way.
We do it slightly different. So for every first time clean, we actually take our clients a welcome soap. And so within the bag of the welcome soap is a referral card, a thank you card for choosing Go-To Girls. And then what we do is we have it set up on their 1 year anniversary is we provide them like an upgrade. We'll deep clean their kitchen for free or their bathroom for free or
Mm.
their oven for free. So we use that as the loyalty, and that's just on their anniversary is how we do that. We offer them a free upgrade in one particular area, not their entire home.
I like that. Upgrades, value added stuff is always a better option usually than just like a discount or something.
Yes.
So, how do we keep our marketing fresh? Because it can be easy to see other campaigns from new competitors and they're flashier, they're cooler, they're fresher, they're newer. How can we stay on top of things to make sure that our marketing is still relevant? The messaging is spot on with our clients, our target market. What are some things that we need to be doing as business owners who are established in our market to keep? One thing I like about McDonald's, there's a lot of things about McDonald's I like, but I like how they're always coming out with new promotions and new commercials and new this and new that. And Burger King and Wendy's don't have a chance because McDonald's is just so dialed in to staying on top of their game. It's very inspiring to me. So how do we do that from a home service perspective?
So we have a VA, and about once a quarter, I will have her go and see not just what like competitors are doing, just in the industry, who's making waves. Like, go find a favorite home service company on Instagram and find like what is like unique things that they're doing that we might be able to take advantage of. We recently found a handyman, and all of their Instagram, if you scroll through it, when you start to see branding in Instagram, it's amazing. Like, you can see picture after picture of how they're using their employees, how they're using their shirts, and how they're using branding in their imagery. And you're like, it gets you excited and you want to learn how to incorporate that into your own Instagram post or Facebook, right? Both of them. But we definitely go and try to find others outside of just our area and how they're succeeding online.
So when I started in my company, I did all of the marketing. So that would be one of the things that I would try to stay on top of is what my competition was doing. Currently, I do have a marketing company, so I really leave that up to them. I'm fortunate to do that, but I do throw in ideas. She mentioned about the Instagram. That is really cool once you start seeing the branding.
Hmm.
That's new for my company. Recently, we just started using Instagram. So yeah, for us, we just look at the competition. For me, one of the things that my new marketing company started doing is really trying to build that loyalty with our quality. So they started showing like all of our 5-star reviews and things like that. Maybe someone is new to my company, but it shows, okay, you're not just going to the Google to see all the reviews, but now it's on Facebook and now it's on Instagram. And so I really, at this point, I'm spoiled. I have a marketing company that does that for me, but I
Yeah.
throw in ideas sometimes.
I'm thinking about a sports analogy. So one of my favorite tennis players of all time is Roger Federer, and he's retired now. But one thing I liked about him, and this totally relates to what we're talking about, is sometimes he'd be down in the match, and he's playing some new guy, and the guy's playing really, really well. And there's always a point where you could tell that he will look over, and the other guy was thinking, "I'm about to beat Roger Federer." And then he just crumbles. He just has the presence. He's like, "Hey, I've won 20 majors. You're not going to beat me. You might be close, but you're not going to beat me." And there's just a flex that happens when you're just the top dog. And so I'm curious if you guys have any final thoughts for how can big established businesses, in a sense, like flex their establishment, their size, their credibility in the marketplace. What any final thoughts on how we can really flex that muscle against these new competitors that can help us stay on top?
For me, it's about reputation. It's about focusing on what you have built and being confident in who you are and the quality that you provide. For me, I'm one of the largest in my area. Go look at my 5-star reviews. There's no one even close. That's a flex for me. There's no one that could even come close to that. But also for me, it's about not seeming like the big guy in town. I don't want to seem like I'm the big guy. I want to seem very personal with my clients. I want to seem like I am that small business that they hired. I want to focus on the employees, featuring them on my page, because that's the company to our clients, is who's in their home each and every time. So that's the flex. My flex are my employees. They are my number one asset, the most important part of my company. So we do spend a lot of time focused on them. And I would put my team up against any other cleaning company where I live.
Bring it on.
Yeah, so that's my flex. My team is my flex.
Very well said, and I would agree. It's I would add community to it. So our team is a critical part of our day to day. In fact, I going home, and on Thursday we have best of, and we're in 3 top competitions, and our team got us there. Right. And so it's a huge celebration. We're inviting them to go with us. So we'll find out if we're the top 3 in painting, handyman, and cleaning. And that team got us there. So they need to be part of that celebration. And it's huge. And what's amazing about that is that we are 3 years in business. April was our 3rd year, and we're already in the top 3 in our community. Wow, that's amazing. And it's totally our team that got us there. But community is a huge part too. We do a lot of networking. I go to a lot of business events. I sit on the board for our local Main Street organization, and I actually have like a thing that I'm doing right now where it's called 100 Cups of Coffee, and you sit down with 100 different people in your community and you get to learn people. And it's as simple as just a cup of coffee. But it's amazing because I'm meeting all of these local business owners, political leaders, and people that are helping to run our community. And I'm learning more about our community. So just as much as building the relationships with clients, it's also important to build relationships with your community and celebrate your team wins.
And let me add to that. Speaking of the competitions and best of, I think that's something that you should work toward, whether you've been in business for 2 years or whether you've been in business for 20 years. My company in January will be in business for 9 years, and we've won 8 of the last 9 years. So that just shows consistency and quality. But when I was in business for 2 years, I was the new competition. I remember being in that, and then all of a sudden I came out of nowhere. So, again, I go for those competitions. What's the worst case? You don't make it. You come in second, third. At least you're getting your name out there. But then once you start to build your reputation and you win year after year after year, that really speaks to the consistency that you provide and being in the community, the quality that you add.
It's incredible how much credibility those
Yes.
contests give you, for sure.
Absolutely.
And the blessing is, as you get bigger, then you have more clients to vote for you.
Fair at that
Then
point.
it gets unfair, but you still put those stars up on your page and brag
flex.
about it
Yeah,
and
exactly.
flex.
Well, this has been a great conversation. I'm going to boil it down to 3 actionable items here. Number 1 is don't panic. Remember, no one can take away all your 5-star reviews, all the contests that you've won, your awesome team that you've been cultivating all these years. You still are number 1, and you need to act like it and not panic. Number 2 is do some value added stuff. Maybe on a 1-year anniversary of someone being a client of yours, send them a gift, or maybe do a big test drawing on Valentine's Day, or do things that are relational, that are not just about business, that creates this long-term loyalty with your clients. And number 3 is resist the urge to slash prices, or worse, match pricing. Don't match the price of some new guy. You are established. You're the main standard. So be that standard. Don't slash prices. Don't cut your prices. Stay firm on that.
I would add, if you slash your prices, then you're not going to be able to pay your employees well, which is going to be a downward spiral as well. So yeah, stick to your prices. You work hard, you deserve it. Your team deserves it.
Well said. Crystal, how do people find out more about you?
Yeah, so our company website is go-2-girls.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram as well.
You can find me at WheatleyCreek.com, and on Instagram and Facebook, it's also at Wheatley Creek.
Great. Well, I appreciate both of you guys being here. You guys both have a lot of clients and a lot of team members. And so keep doing what you're doing. You're having a big impact on your communities, and it's very inspiring. So keep it up. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Jobber.
And thank you for listening. I hope that you heard something today that will help you flex against the competition and stay number one. I'm your host, Adam Sylvester. You can find me at adamsylvester.com. Your team and your clients deserve your very best, so go give it to them.